So the first church we'd gone to was Mission Concepcion. It was definitely still more of a religious thing in a neighborhood. This is Mission San Jose, right? And it's called the Queen of all the Missions. I misspoke the last time. This is the Queen of all Missions. And it's definitely more of a tourist thing. So this probably has been part of the Parks Department longer. So established in 1720. All right, so we haven't been to this one either.
We have not.
Listen, we've gone to a lot of missions, and right here in our own stomping ground is some that we haven't seen at all. So now there's the visitor center. We're going to go in there.
Yeah.
And there is the church compound. I'm going to call it a compound, which was definitely bigger than Concepcion.
Yes.
Much bigger. All right, let's go explore. So this is Mission San Jose, and I have never seen a mesquite this large. Really something. They get stately. But I am right, they do fall over on the ground to crush the competition. And the other thing it does is anchor the trees in, so when hurricanes come, they can't knock it down. It's already knocked down, right? And grown into the ground. So definitely a strategy. I did not have any idea that mesquite could get so grand. This is just something. So on the farm, I think I'll pick a couple of mesquites out that do this. In 1,000 years, they'll be perfect. Wow, really something. How twisted and fun. Man, that is truly amazing. I'm going to sit here and wait for Leah to finish up. All the parks are on that bag. How
Western
fun.
National Park.
Here, you should, all right, the Mission Road, and that's what we took to get down here.
This road linked the missions of San Antonio.
It does. This is called the Mission Reach, and there's the 4 of them.
Some of the roads, some of the travel routes used by residents of missions 250 years ago.
Wow. Of course they're still used today. Why would you change your road?
That's crazy.
That is crazy. The dome, again, when you don't have steel, you have to make everything in an arch. This is a wall. This was definitely 40, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to guess those were rifle holes, and they probably not original. I'm going to guess they're actually open air, including those up there. But maybe not. I'm speculating, entirely speculating. And you could put a musket through that and shoot at people. Bees just flew out of that one.
Don't stick your face there, for sure.
Don't stick your face in that one. Interesting.
Yeah, so I
The
wonder,
barracks for the soldiers. And then look how they carved the post, right, to run water. Made the little, the corbels? I don't know, but they've got a name if they drain water.
Looking them up. I remember that, but
So look at all the little houses. Let's look in one of the little houses.
I wonder if those were quarters.
Yeah, quarters for the soldiers, barracks and storage and rifles and armory. These are definitely smaller than the shipping container home.
Yeah.
Again, look what they did with the roof.
See, I think that is what.
What if I did that instead of drywall on the roof?
Why don't you? Wouldn't that be easier?
I don't know. I've got a lot of... Oh, you can definitely see this was to shoot out of. That's what these domes are. I didn't even see the holes, did you, on the dome? And you could put a cannon through that. And up there, the soldiers would be up there. Man, you could put a lot of firepower in this thing. Imagine how your ears would be when you got done.
You would.
You could not hear after a battle. Wonder what that was. Oh, maybe a lantern for at night? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, watch your head, honey.
What, my head's near, this, isn't it? Well, very cool. There's something else right there. Another roof. Huh. Well, I'd have to peel all the wood to make that coyote fence unless I got a wire wheel or something. Man, they're not even showing up in video. Maybe this room that has more. Yeah, it does. I'll debate this. I mean, it would be so much of a labor. What do you think? Would you like to fall asleep with that?
Here.
Above you? You would?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Step out of the houses and the first thing you run into is a bread oven. I'm going to guess all of these are, you know, they're probably all the same, just they had a couple of them open. And there's another bread oven over there. Wow, this is large.
So, see, everybody, there was their own private little
Yep.
homesteads or shops.
Yeah, they had a,
And then
maybe that was like for the powder room in the middle or something, cattle. I don't know.
And then here looks like we're cooking.
So, a lot of that's gone. It's not
Up
there anymore.
The graveyard is right here on the side.
On the side, so it might still be there. Uh-huh.
Indians live in some other rooms.
Granary. This is the first church, and then they built that big church. Uh-huh. Wow.
That's right.
It approached 300-year mark, huh? Wow. Well, if you've made it to this, you'd go,
Yeah, a little sigh of relief.
are you a little sigh of relief? Nobody can stick arrows in you or murder you from gold or steal your wagon for fun. So that's the one building that we saw that had the corral, and it's raised to the ground. Well, just flat stones now. It'll spend a minute for you to get your hair out. You know, it's 97 today.
Wow, you can tell.
You can tell, but the breeze is making it feel better than 97.
Yeah, and
But it's definitely got a little smoke to it.
if there was no breeze, see, there's the cemetery still. There's still graves.
There's still
in it.
graves.
Well,
Wow.
that's the good thing about these bracelets. I can always use them as a hair tie.
Uh-huh. So then the soldiers could run along the tops of the buildings to support any side. Now this is the biggest courtyard that I've seen at any of the missions. But you know, the Alamo would have had a big courtyard like this. All that's left of the Alamo is the outbuildings and a little tiny homage. But where we are standing on the city streets was part of the Alamo. Too bad they didn't save the whole thing, right? Just didn't have a vision. Thank God we had the WFAA in the 30s that
So
worked.
can we go into this church? I'm going to see if they have candles, because they didn't have candles at the other place.
I don't know.
And I would like to light, but you
All
don't
right.
have to go. I'm just going to look.
Alrighty, I'll wait for you while I look around outside and do some video work. Definitely the well is a key piece. I really like this one that's made of stacked stone and old cedar. Oh, there's the rose window that's famous. Rose-shaped window. I just don't have access to any stone. Yeah, this building's in ruins. This was the original church. There's no roof or anything left to it anymore. Rough stucco. Oh, you can go down in there. We'll definitely walk back. Mission San Jose. So this was the original church, but I don't really see a church left in it anymore. Do you? I guess, the cloisters and kitchen, but this was the original church. This is gated. We'll have to turn around and go back out.
So then is this the church, is what you're saying?
This was the original church, and then they added that church. Aww. You want me to hand you my phone and you could text them to you?
I'm gonna watch this.
Alright.
Someday.
Yeah, be in the moment.
Exactly.
Well, I'm going to put up a YouTube video so you can relive it that way. The Spanish stonemasons were just incredible.
So it looks like that. Is that burned or is that just?
Well, I'm going to guess it's, I didn't read where this had burned down, but I don't know. Everything was neglected after the late 1800s. They really, truly didn't care about their history, you know. La Baha'i was in ruins. The Alamo was going to be bulldozed. Thank God for the daughters of DIR, right? And the Republic. If it wasn't for women, Texas wouldn't even have a history.
And meanwhile, Texas hates women.
Yeah, now we're back to a whole bunch of loony bins. Oh, it's a church. I need to turn my voice down. No one's permitted in the sanctuary. So hat's off. So the hat is off. Oh, it is a functional church. The mill? Thank you. Oh, the aquifer. Now that's pleasant.
Yeah, the mill.
But how? Where was the wheel?
So it looks like this has something.
So it all came into here and it filled up so they'd have a steady rate.
That way, yeah.
And then it'd go into this house and the water wheel's covered. That's the difference. Yeah, isn't it something?
It goes all the way from downtown all the way to the south side.
The south side.
Yeah, it feeds all the missions in the fields. So this aqueduct right here.
Yeah, that little aqueduct goes all the way down. So about, what,
It goes all the way to-
10 miles, 12 miles?
No, it goes to the last mission.
The last mission.
Is like Mission Road. If you go past 410, there's two more missions.
2 more missions,
This
yeah.
aqueduct goes to it.
We'll go visit those as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Down here?
No, Flatonia, Texas. Near enough. We get down here all the time.
Yeah, I know what that's
I visited quite a few of the missions, but
I've worked on this.
this is the first time that we visited this one. Oh, you can go in. So there's the grind, the mill, Leah.
Oh, see?
Yeah, this is well worth continuing to record, so I'm glad I'm using my cell phone.
Oh, look how they brace that. They put metal
It's
on it?
yeah, so it
Oh,
spins.
so
Yeah, it's the bearing system.
amazing.
I'm gonna record it. Look at that lock. It's just the coolest thing.
Yeah, it is.
I love all of that hammered.
Yeah, a lot of times they bring this thing to work. Certain times they'll open the gate up.
Really?
They'll actually grind stuff in it.
Oh, how fun. Well, my property has a bunch of mesquite, and I learned that early pioneers would, in June, taste the mesquite trees, keep the sweet ones, and then grind with it. And it tastes like honey wheat bread. I didn't
it's
know that.
powder.
Yeah.
They
So
used to make flour out of the mesquite.
I've got so many mesquite on my farm. I said, you know what? I'm going to pick out the ones that still taste good, and I do
You
the
know, I
same
mean,
thing.
Back when they put out the beans and they dry and they start to fall, taste them. We used to make beer out of them.
Oh, beer.
I used to brew my own beer, and we used to.
Really?
Yeah, we put them in the oven and make the sugars. We'd caramelize them.
Uh-huh.
The sugars come out, and then we'd grind them up, put them in the wort.
Isn't that something?
Could you do the same and then grind the beans to make flour?
Yeah, he was saying that. They used to make bread.
So I just learned this gentleman here would make beer out of mesquite. I never heard of such a thing, mesquite beer. I bet you I could find a mesquite beer somewhere.
I'm sure you could.
I'll look around some beer place. I'll ask for mesquite beer. Well, thank you for that tip. That is really something cool. There's a riverette. Let me rotate. I don't want to drop my cell phone down there. I'm holding a bag while I do this. Let's walk down this thing and take a look down here. Oh, I think we can see the wheel, Leah. I am. I'm shooting right now as we walk down. But it's hard to appreciate, you know, that how grand it is. Oh, there it is. Now the wheel's disengaged. It's not running, but you're right. There's the aqueduct.
Oh my gosh! This is where you want to be during a tornado.
Way down underwater? Yeah, underground. Yeah. See, you know, we're 12 feet underground at least.
Oh, that's hot.
Are the metal pipes super hot, like Texas hot? Look at this little chair.
Oh my goodness.
There's a couple of them where you could sit there and chill. Are you going to sit in the Queen's chair? Grind my bread.
Yeah, this is really comfortable.
Leah pointed out that the ceiling in the Mission San Jose has the same color scheme and pattern as the tiles I got from France. And that is the color that I want for my house. Get a close up. Mustard and okra and burnt umber. Did they? So these doors are the most ornate doors of any of the Mission I've seen. Other ones were just solid panels. Yeah, it makes a cross on both of them. And then of course you have the rose arch on it. And the statues aren't all shot up like they were in the Alamo. So I wonder if the Alamo originally had some saints. They would have. Like, I don't have to wonder. I wonder what the saints were, the statues were. Man, I have to put on my sunglasses again. I am blind.
Yeah. Oh, does it open?
Well, let's go take a look at what they're like.
Can you carry that, honey?
I got it. Well, this little courtyard's certainly sweet.
Can you fix that flag?
Yeah, I'll fix it. Here, you hold the thing while I fix it. I can put my... Right. This is flag of Spain. Is that what this one is? One more.
Oh, nope. Oh, yeah.
I see one end's more twisted than the other end.
Back the other way.
It's still not quite.
There we go. I don't know which one is. What is that?
It's tucked inside of itself.
No, I don't know what flag that is.
Oh, I don't know. I said Spain is what I guess. Oh, I love this little architectural diagram. Historic building. Somebody came out here and actually drew it all, you know? God bless architects.
Always starts with the drawing.
Yeah. Well, there you go. There's what saints there are. You haven't mentioned San Domingo. You haven't mentioned him. But you did mention Our Lady of Guadalupe. You didn't mention San Joaquin.
Well,
or
those
Santa
are
Ana.
I gave you the saints that I
Oh,
am
your
most
personal
my
favorite.
personal saints that are with me. Those
Again,
are yes.
Another coyote fence roof.
This is very pleasant to look at.
It is, and this one's real tightly put together. So whoever did this one, I guess I could do it with plants and draw them in. And then they put gravel on it, and then they poured the concrete on top of it. There's a gap here. That one's reinforced with steel, so they did some saving
Modifications
here.
on it.
Up another rifle port. This was hard living, wasn't it? Rifle ports and cannon ports. And then they still didn't know if they'd be here next year. Whole different world we're in.